Hey guys, this is Irie StarCraft, and guess what? I'm going to be casting another 2v2 in the same series between Cheese and ProTech and Sublime and Sorcery, and Cheese is going to be the red Protoss this time, ProTech the blue Zerg, and now, interesting, Sorcery is going to be playing Zerg this game, and Sublime is going to be on Protoss, which he was last game. So as you guys know, if you have been watching the last two games in this series, there's a few things that I would like to say quickly about that. Number one is that I'm a complete mess, and you guys know that by now, and I just fueled up again, and I am just feeling it right now. So number two is that ProTech and Cheese, it did the exact same strategy both times last game with basically a mass Zergling. Let me get the tab up because I always just totally slips my mind. And Cheese with that early scout gonna come see what the deal is. But these two players doing a mass basically a mass Zergling, a lot of early Zerglings from ProTech, and then Cheese supporting with a lot of Stalkers has been so difficult to deal with for Sublime and Sorcery. How are they gonna counter that? I mean, now we have Sorcery is playing Zerg this game, so it's going to be interesting to see. It looks like he's not doing anything too crazy. Got that extractor fairly early, so probably going to be seeing some quick speedling tech out of Sorcery, and as we are following Cheese's probe so that he can just check out check out the scenery here. Going to come down and check out Sublime's base down at the bottom, and I keep forgetting to do this, and it's terrible. I keep forgetting to say what map we're playing on. This is what map we are playing on. This is Scorched Haven, and this map, I love this map. It's so much fun. You got this basically, you know, honestly, there's no way so far in my experience with ProTech and Cheese that a game could last till you could actually get an expansion up, which is what I'm about to click on and say that you can easily defend these expansions if the game does become a little bit more macro intensive, a little bit more drawn out. Both players can sort of share defenses. A lot of times you see players building down here, but there's no way in a game right now between these four players are we going to see anything like that, because there's been so much early aggression. Sorcery getting that quick speed tech, so now he's got his Zerglings in ProTech's base, and it's going to come down to some micro right here. Which Zergling army is going to prevail? Now Sorcery's pulling back, going to try and run around these minerals. I don't know if that's such a good idea, because he's going to run into this queen that pops out, and these Zerglings are going to maybe try and run away. So low on health, and now ProTech with more Zerglings on the field, not having to run across the entire map to reinforce. He's able to just pump that out, and it's reinforced right there. Cheese is going to probably lose his scouting probe. No, going to be forced back by ProTech Zergling. So a nice save right there. Reminds me of the Lord of the Rings, because I am as big a nerd as anyone watching this cast right now. The Lord of the Rings, Gandalf comes out in the Return of the King, and he forces back the Nazgul that are annoying the shit out of Faramir's army as he is brought back to Minas Tirith. And I will stop that Lord of the Rings rant right now, because I will totally get lost in myself, because Sorcery is in here trying to do some damage, killing this queen, but at what cost? Now he's running his Zerglings, gonna try and run away. Another queen is already out for ProTech, so ProTech with as many or more Zerglings now than Sorcery, and now ProTech forcing back these Zerglings. So what are they going to be able to do? Back here we have Sorcery with more Zerglings just sitting, waiting, ready to reinforce, waiting for some help possibly from Sublime. But what does Sublime have right now? He's got a couple of Stalkers. He's got one Stalker. Where's the units right now? 3 Stalkers and a Sentry. And where are those units? I don't even know. They are... I am sorry guys, but honestly, they're sitting right in the middle of his base. And that is the state of mind that I am in right now. And thank you for staying with me, because now Sorcery and ProTech, all these Zerglings going to come in a straight up wall of Zergling battle, and it looks like ProTech having the edge on that. No upgrades for either team, but having the better positioning. ProTech is, there's some battle going on down here, and we see Sublime with a lot of Stalkers and a Sentry out here trying to pull them back, trying to get into this, should probably stop right here, trapping a bunch of Zerglings, and the Stalkers are going to pick off all of these Zerglings, pulling back now. try and regenerate those shields maybe on this one here that's super low on health, but there's so much action going on right now as Cheese and ProTech are forcing the issue, and ProTech trying to get some damage, probably getting some damage done here in Sorcery, getting another hatchery, so we are going to see everything come down right here at the beginning of this game, because another hatchery coming out for Sorcery. You're going to be getting a ton of Zerglings. What? I mean, I'm sitting here saying, what are Sublime and Sorcery going to do to counter that strategy? Guess what? They're going to do the exact same thing. Mass Zergling and Mass Stalker. So we are at a fucking stalemate right here. Excuse me. But Cheese and ProTech are now going to come running right into Sublime's base. And what is he going to be able to... This is going to do a ton of damage here. The Zergling's coming right in. A nice force field though right there, keeping all of these units out. And these Stalkers trying to pick off these Zerglings in the back. And now Sorcery is able to bring these Zerglings in to reinforce. Sublime finally bringing these Stalkers down. And this is going to be a very even battle though. Cheese with a bunch of Zealots doing a lot of damage on these Zerglings right now that are surrounded these Stalkers. And then one Stalker going down. Is another Stalker going to go down? Yes, another Stalker goes down. Sublime taking that Stalker out, and Cheese and Sublime, or Cheese and ProTech, excuse me, their attack has been thwarted. But Cheese still has a bunch of Zealots running around here in the middle of the line, doing as much damage as he possibly can. But Sublime and Sorcery are able to force that attack back, even though Cheese and ProTech are reinforcing, sending their units straight to the front lines. And Cheese with this proxy pylon though, and ProTech now with the scout down here, I thought maybe that would be Sorcery Scout, but that is not Sorcery Scout. And we are seeing so much action now. I am sorry, but Sorcery did see that proxy pylon, but are they going to be able to do anything about it? I don't think so, because ProTech and Cheese are about to press Sorcery's base again. And these Stalkers in the back doing a lot of damage with the support of these Zerglings, maybe overextending themselves a little bit here, because Sorcery is going to get us around here with the Queens. The drones coming off to try and protect the Queen probably should be fighting, and now we're going to see that. But Cheese is already in the base, firing away, microing, shooting at these drones, trying to get them giving up on that and going straight for the main hatch. But Sublime Stalkers are now in to defend with Sorcery using these drones to try and protect these units. Needs to go after these Stalkers, but that hatchery is going to go down, and I am totally losing my breath because there's so much action on the map right now, and this is so intense. But it looks like, again, Sublime is going to be able to force this attack back with his mass of Stalkers, and that Zealot not doing a whole lot because he's stuck in the middle of a bunch of Stalkers, but able to force that back. And Sorcery's going to lose his main hatch, but he has his far hatch, so he's not totally screwed. He could maybe think about rebuilding that, but right now they are definitely in bad shape, because ProTech and Cheese are going to continue massing units. Nobody's bothering to expand in this game. Cheese may be thinking about it. He's like, someday. Maybe now he's thinking about it. Now that they have such a big advantage, she's just thinking, I might as well try and grab that expansion. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But right now it looks like Cheese is telling ProTech they are going to attack the Zerg player again soon. But now Sublime is going to bring his Stalkers out and try and mess with this army and see what happens now. The Zealots are going to come up here, just fodder to the fire, but they are going to distract those Stalkers while these Zerglings coming in do so much damage, finishing off Sorcery. I mean, this Spine Crawler is unable to finish, and these drones getting a very good positioning here, but there is just not enough because there are so many units here in the back, and Sublime now pulling back his units because there are Zealots killing his Nexus, and he is forced to pull back into his base. Meanwhile, ProTech, a nice two-pronged attack right there from Cheese and ProTech. Cheese sending in a bunch of Zealots this way to distract all of these Stalkers. Meanwhile, ProTech sent in his Zerglings, and Cheese sent a few Stalkers and a couple of Zealots in here to finish off. That was Sublime. No, to finish off Sorcery, excuse me, and now the Zerglings coming in. So many Zerglings on the field for ProTech, but there are quite a few Stalkers and a couple of Sentries and Zealots in the back here for Sublime, so will he be able to force this attack back? I think we know that this game is going to be over, but will he be able to survive this attack? I don't know. Not with Cheese's reinforcements, a fairly equal army right now from both sides, and such a huge advantage in map control and economy. Cheese finally getting that expansion, making me proud. We finally see an expansion from either team in any of these games, and now Sublime pulling the probes off to fight off Cheese's army. But I mean, this is just a last-ditch effort because this game is totally over. Again, I have to say, well played by both teams, just better played by ProTech and Cheese. I'm so excited these last couple of games from ProTech that he emailed to me. I'm so excited because they've been so much fun to cast. Such a high level play. I'm totally stoked, and thank you guys for watching. This is Irie StarCraft, and peace out.